So I said a pencil, I said a thing to trace, a paper, and of course your markers or crayons or color pencils if you've got those, any of those. If you're using colored pencils, then it might take you a little bit longer because you'd have to really go in there and make those little circles yourself rather than dotting them. Just depends on you though. Y'all, it's been forever since we've had class. 2 whole weeks again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. It really feels good to see everyone.
It does. I missed you guys.
I know, I missed you guys too.
I was so sad. Our family didn't celebrate 4th of July this year because they're boycotting the state of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had it off from work and just kind of sat here.
Just kind of said, oh, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how y'all would feel if we had like a little Facebook group or something. I don't know, just something where we could go and post our accomplishments or post like really anything about how we're doing. I don't know how you'd feel about that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'd be fun.
Cool. Yeah, I'll ask Casey about it because that might be kind of fun to do.
Okay, I've got all my markers.
Okay, perfect. So
and so I have orange and I have blue and yellow and pink highlighter.
Highlighters. Oh, highlighter sounds so nice.
And a brown and a green. And then I had a black expo.
yeah, you got a lot. If you're wondering what kind of color scheme we're going for here, if you think of the phrase Purple Mountains Majesty, what colors come to mind? Because for me, obviously purple, but also blue too. For me, it's more of like a twilight time of night. You can still see a little bit of those sunset colors right in the background there. So you've got your oranges, well, yellow first, then orange, then it goes right into blues and purples together simultaneously up here. I got some blues for the background mountains, my dark purple, and then it goes right into lavender. That's a really light purple right there, and then a peachy color. Just to give you a sense. Of course, everybody's going to have different sets of colors. So you pick your colors, whatever you're going to use for your sky, maybe 3 or 4 colors for your sky, maybe about 3 colors for your mountains, if you can do that. Yeah, 3 colors, maybe 4 colors, 3 or 4 colors for your mountains. I had to think about how many fingers I was holding up. Yeah, so sky and mountains, if you want to break it down that way. I'm going to start off first with my pencil because we want to trace whatever our shape is. Let's trace that. I'm going to use a little scrap piece of paper. Here we go. I thought that these might be kind of cool, made into ornaments, like maybe we can do this again or do something similar to it for Christmas or something. Or maybe they can be made into like, I don't know, just something that hangs. Anyway, more on that later. So got my lovely little circle. You're more than welcome to trace out your mountains right now. And this is how I did this actually. I pressed down very lightly, but of course, for the sake of you guys, I'm going to press down hard. You guys press down lightly. So we're going to first start off by drawing our mid mountains. I always find it a lot easier to get a grounding, a sense of our ground by drawing the mountains in our foreground first, And then I'll move back a little bit. You can come back later and draw these front mountains or hills right here, if you want to call them hills. I don't think I did that. I think I added those in as like an afterthought. But this is how I draw mountains. Of course, you're more than welcome to add more mountains or make them a little bit more scraggly, if you want to call it that. Maybe I'm going to change mine up a little bit. And then, so these are my foreground mountains, but I do want to add some smaller, more rolling mountains in the background. Now make sure they're very light, okay? And then I'm just gonna draw like a hill or two. Like that. Like I said, those hills that I did, in lavender, those were an afterthought. Plenty of space for my sky as well. Give you guys a couple more minutes. Anybody? So who else has a story to tell? Anything interesting happened with you guys?
I went on a trip to Jamaica. I just got back on 4th of July.
Oh, cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
First vacation in many, many years.
Oh, wow. So what was it like? What was the flight like?
The flight was fine. Everything was fine. No problems at all. Nothing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I know. Like with all the stories that I've been hearing,
Right.
That's amazing.
I even checked my bags. So yeah, I was
Nice.
a little afraid.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
Jamaica versus new job. I think Jamaica wins. Trip to Jamaica or new job? I think the trip to Jamaica wins. Awesome.
For sure. Oh yeah. Especially traveling on 4th of July. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, coming back into Washington, of all places. The traffic was fine. I was able to take some back roads back home. So I avoided all of that.
That's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We came in at night too. So I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a 3-hour drive home, but no, it wasn't.
Oh man. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You said into Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that where you're from? I think I
Yeah,
forgot.
the District, Maryland, and Virginia area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm in Maryland, but I'm only 10 minutes away from DC.
Okay. See, it still blows my mind, like coming from Texas, that everything's so close together over there.
Yeah.
Still, it's like, whoa, you don't have to travel like 50 hours to get out of the state.
Right.
Nice. That's really cool. I'm glad you got to get out finally.
My husband and I went to Sayre this weekend and got to see his family and stuff. We haven't done that for a very, very long time, probably like almost a year, if not a year.
Huh.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm picking my mountain colors. What you'll see me do, simply because I'm personally very, what's the word? Like I like to jump around. I like to jump around all around my art piece. You'll see me hop from one color to the next. Like I'll put a little bit of a color in there and then figure out where to go from there. However, if you're not like that, if you want to do one structure or one thing at a time, then by all means do that. I'm actually going to break down again a pointillism picture for you. Do you see right here where it's the darkest? So a lot of little dots condensed right there. That really helps to push everything back. You know immediately that stuff is in the background because there's so many little dots there. So that's kind of the idea behind this. The more you space apart your little dots, the lighter it is visually. Like I guess technically it is lighter because there's no color there, but our mind reads it as a gradient. So think about that when you're doing this. I have a lot of tight little dots together back here in the blue area, as well as like most of my mountains right here. I also have a lot of little dots over here in the sunset. And if you're wanting to jump into the sky first, I actually recommend you start with the sunset first. The only reason I don't want to tackle the sunset just yet is because I at least want to get a little bit of my mountains there. Because if I have at least these background mountains, then I at least have a nice separation between the mountains and the sky. So it's just a little less confusing if we do the mountains first. So pick your background mountain color first. So for me, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the blue. And I'm going to start by moving along this line that I drew. None of my little dots are totally perfectly straight in line. They're very, very tightly woven together, very condensed. And that's kind of how I'm going to start. And I'll just kind of add less and less dots together as I go a little further down. But at least right here along this line, at least I know this line is very condensed. So I'm just going to go little by little all the way down. And like I said, I'm not going to tackle the sky just yet. This is just one of those projects where you might just get into a trance or like a mode or something. Just let your mind wander with every single dot. Like I always say, put some music on in the background if you want to. You will not offend me if you do that, as long as you're on mute. I only say mute because YouTube is gonna censor this video if we have music playing on the background. So that was the first step. So you take as long as you need to for that one. And for me, I'm gonna jump into the mountain. So the next tier down is gonna be this middle one right here. So once again, very condensed line of purple. And I might actually throw in a little bit of like a maroon color because I've got a maroon in here. I might throw that in there because that might look kind of nice. And speaking of maroon, I forgot to mention that in my sky here, I couldn't tell at first, but I actually did add a little bit of like a dark pink. I think it comes across as maroon on the camera, but it's a very dark pink. So I've got purple, dark pink, orange, and yellow for the sky, in case you were wondering. Honestly, I feel like the sky is probably the most fun thing to do. I really enjoyed doing the sky because I got to intermingle the colors together, and that's what creates the gradient. That's what makes it look like we're mixing the colors, even though they're literally just dots. Any questions so far? I feel like I was all over the place there, but you know the drill, you know. You guys know how that goes. Okay, so one person got a promotion, another person went to Jamaica. What else? I got a new kitten.
Oh,
I don't know if that counts.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
That's cute.
we named her Calypso.
Oh,
She, poor baby, I feel so bad for her because when we got her, she had ringworm. So,
Oh.
we couldn't, mix her with the other animals right away. So she's still quarantining actually. So poor baby, she's only like maybe 8 weeks or 9 weeks old. So she can't socialize. So I know she's getting frustrated. You can just tell. She like will open the door because she's in the small bathroom, and she'll just bolt right out, like across the room in like 2.0 seconds.
how long does she have to quarantine for?
Hopefully just until this weekend.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll see what the vet says. Like he gave us some like foam medication that she keeps in her fur overnight, like you don't rinse it. And I don't actually know when I'm supposed to stop that medication. He just said to do it once every 3 days, so I've just been doing it. So yeah, I don't know, but hopefully no longer than a week for now.
Did you adopt her or like?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say she's ours now.
Yeah, from the shelter.
Well, no, not from the shelter. My boyfriend's coworker.
Oh.
She was unable to take care of this kitten that she found. Apparently, Callie Calypso just appeared in her backyard, and couldn't find her for a couple days, even though they kept hearing meowing. But finally she was able to locate her, and poor Callie didn't have a mom or anybody else around her. Yeah. So then we offered to take Callie off her hands because she couldn't take care of her.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows how long she'd been out there by herself.
I'm happy she has a good home.
Yeah.
She is very loved. Figured it was a good chance to teach the kids a little bit about responsibility and empathy, because that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many children do you have?
There's three stepkids. Yeah, oldest one is 13, youngest one is 9.
Oh.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show you what I just did. So I started off, as usual, at the line, at that pencil line that I made, and I spaced out my dots the further down that I got, just to create that illusion that's a little bit lighter in color down there in the middle there. So just want to show that to you. I am going to do the same thing to this one, literally the exact same thing to these two guys. Maybe I'll add a little bit of maroon to that one. But I think before I do that, it's safe to say that I can jump into the sky. So if you're wanting to know how to do the sky, I'm going to work on that one. I need to grab my sky colors. So what did I say? Yellow, orange, dark pink, and purple. There's my orange. It's my dark pink. Yeah, those are good sunset colors, I think. If you ever want to figure out what colors you should use, I always just lay out some choices right next to each other, because that'll give me a solid answer as to whether or not it works out, whether or not I should add or subtract another color. And I always like to put them technically in rainbow order. So I just feel like rainbow order just kind of makes everything make sense. So sky, because we have such a dense area right here of sun, I'm gonna go ahead and just start right there. And I want to show you, I had actually kind of created my own line, if you will, with the yellow. So I can show you how to do that. You can make your sunset line either go all the way across, straight across like that, or you can actually arch it. I think I'm going to arch it. I just got that idea. Kind of like that fisheye look, if you want to call it that. So I kind of created my boundaries like that. Now I'm just going to fill everything down here in with my yellow. Now with each of these sky colors, even though I started off with a kind of pretty solid, for the most part, pretty solid area, some of these colors, I am going to bring this orange out into the rest of the sky just a little bit. I said orange, I meant yellow. I'm going to bring it out here and disperse some of these dots out here. And that's because these colors of the sky, any color you see in the sky, it's always gonna intermingle together in the atmosphere. So you're never gonna have like a clear cut line of one color next to another color. So that means that I can start to add the orange. Orange is the next in line in that sort of rainbow idea. And like I said earlier, I do want to kind of arch this area. So I'm going to very generally make my area, dot it all out. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I've made a few marks here and there outside of my circle, and that can be fixed later. Later on, we can go and do a nice little ring around everything.
I see big lady on her bike.
Anyone do anything creative this week or the last 2 weeks?
I really haven't had time.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Dang, I guess I've done that.
Did you say sing?
Crocheting.
Oh, crocheting. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. So you got to crochet. That's awesome.
While I'm laying down at night getting my rest and getting ready for the next work day, I'll just lay in bed, watch TV, and crochet some.
Nice.
4th
Sounds
of
a
July.
lot. What was that?
4th of July cooking.
Yeah, I stole that shirt from Faith.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
What'd you
that can
cook?
be very creative. A lot of us get together and we make something that looks patriotic, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What'd you guys make?
Well, I mean, like, you know, it doesn't have to be difficult.
Barbecue?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, cheesecake with, you know, strawberry jello on top with fruit, and, you know, arrange the fruit, and, you know, that looks
Yeah.
like a flag,
So it looks very
things
4th of July.
kind of stuff. And you don't realize how long it takes to,
Mhm.
to be creative in cooking.
Yeah, this is why
I'm
I'm
getting
not a
older,
baker.
so it's a little harder.
No, I understand that though, because there's a reason I don't bake or I don't do too much as far as cooking is concerned. Although I enjoy it though when I do have the patience for it. my art, if you want to call it that, is more in like the spices, because I love to mix spices together and
Yeah.
like in the flavoring, not so much presentation though.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though. That sounds like fun, Judy.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I like spices too. You cut, I have a scissors that you cut up the spices, the fresh parsley and cilantro and all that.
Oh, that's so nice.
Experimenting, just with potato salad and putting all different kinds of things in it, like avocado and,
Oh, that's
nutritious.
nice.
So,
Yeah, my mom, she's gotten really good at well, I would say not gotten really good. She's perfected her own potato salad.
yes.
Oh yay, dinner's here. Thank you. Yeah, she's perfected her own potato salad because she knows that I don't eat anything dairy, or at least very minimal dairy. And so she's come up with her own version of dairy-free potato salad and regular potato salad. And this time around she put some jalapenos in it and it was really good. I mean, I love spice, but it was really good with the jalapenos.
Are you vegan?
No, not vegan. I just like to
You just don't do dairy?
Yeah, I take that back. I don't do dairy because I feel like it exacerbates my MS symptoms. So I don't eat it because I always feel an uptick of certain symptoms, like maybe 2 days later or something. It's a very slow burn, honestly.
Yeah.
So
when I
found
out I had MS, I cut out red meat first, and then I eventually went vegan because I cut out all meat, all dairy, totally plant-based.
Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel like it was a good decision?
Yeah, definitely. My stomach enjoys it.
I bet. Yeah, I'm really trying to not eat as much beef anymore. Because for one, I don't feel as bloated anymore, honestly, now that I've drastically reduced my beef intake. But what else? Also for the reasoning that I want to be friends with cows, so I probably shouldn't eat any cows if I want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
It's honestly really my dream. Yogurt. I feel like I always eat the dairy-free yogurt. So and I love my options. Like I feel like my options are fantastic.
They make some really good dairy-free yogurt now.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like in the last maybe like 2 years or so, the options have really increased by a lot.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at eating something that's good for me. If I want something, I eat it. I have very, very limited self-control when it comes to eating what I want.
No, I do understand that. I feel like ever since cutting out literally just dairy alone, I had felt a loss in my Hispanic culture, actually, because Tex-Mex food, we put cream and cheese in
Cheese, yeah.
everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I really felt like a part of my Hispanic culture was just kind of lost. But, you know, there's workarounds, you know, around that kind of stuff. And it's all about the spices for me now. But what else was I gonna say to that? I feel like I have no self-control when it comes to chips. I'm like a chip fiend sometimes.
I don't really eat chips.
Mm.
Okay, I think I've done as much as I'm going to do on this.
Yeah. I'm gonna spotlight you real quick, okay? There you are. Oh, there we go. You were so fast with it. I love it.
Work.
I made
Nice.
butter down here, so that's like I tightly did little waves in there.
Oh yeah, I see the waves. I love your blue. I love your stippling. I love the gradients. And I love the background. It's really pretty.
Thank you, thank you.
Very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And on that note, guys, I walked so much. I'm exhausted. I'm actually going to call it early tonight. So hopefully next
Gotcha.
week I won't be so tired.
Yeah, I hope you feel, you know, a little better next week.
Just
Get some
Bye.
rest.
Have a good
love
rest.
guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah.
I know.
Bye.
I'm gonna put you guys in gallery view so I can see you now. There you go. Yeah, she must be tired. It's a lot of walking, it sounds like.
Yeah. I guess the facility is big, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, in my head at first I was thinking maybe it's like a smaller facility, but that doesn't sound right at all. Especially if she's that tired.
Be
Probably
asking for a
like a
scooter.
campus.
There we go. I'm adding that dark pink right now, just so you guys know. Oh yeah, back to Judy, you had asked me about yogurt, and I do have to say I miss Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt and like Australian style yogurts, those are so good. I just thought I would mention that. I do miss those two dairy products, but that's about it.
There
Yeah, other
is a
than
couple of brands that make dairy-free Greek yogurt, and I can't remember the names of them.
yeah, if it comes to
I
you,
think
I'm all
they're-
ears.
I think they were at
Try that.
Sprouts. Do you have a Sprouts near you?
I do have a Sprouts near me. Yeah.
I think they carried a couple of like Greek style
Okay.
yogurt. I haven't tried them yet.
I'm gonna have to look for those. I don't go to Sprouts too often, simply because there's only one in the whole city, and it's like 20 minutes away from me. But they have amazing deals there though. And
I'm a Trader Joe's junkie, so
Yeah.
I
nice.
tend to not go anywhere else.
I do love the dairy-free selection over there.
Yes.
Love it. I really do. I just kind of want to point out what I'm doing on my sky area. This is where I'm kind of blending, you know, if you want to call it that, where I'm intermingling the dots. So I'm putting purple in my dark pink area, just kind of very slowly looking at what that does. I'm also darkening by adding more dots, darkening the sides here too. It does help to take a look, to sort of, lift your face away from it for a little bit, look at it from afar, so to speak. Just to kind of get a sense of where you might need a few more dots. You can kind of see this line, actually, if you want to call it a line, this area right here, where it kind of like it goes from the dark pink and then drops off, and it's very, very light. I feel like I need more orange right here. So I am definitely going to add that orange and just kind of going to disperse it. I'll see what dispersing it makes it look like before adding any tighter dots anywhere, or condensed dots, I should say. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm kind of in a rut as far as my own artwork is concerned. Like the artwork that I make for me, not for everybody else. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I need to take my own advice and sit down and make more paintings. Just do it. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to move everything aside. It's hard to sometimes prioritize yourself when there's so many other things that sort of scream your name, and they always say, fix me, or, pay attention to me, what if you want to say that. And just sort of sit down and do something for yourself. So
like
I've been
your new kitten screaming,
yes,
take care of me, play with me, feed me.
quite literally, meow,
Yeah.
meow from the background. Yeah. And I feel so bad for her, because I can just like imagine how she's feeling by herself in the room, or in that bathroom. So I go in there. I go in there and spend like a whole hour with her.
Sit on the floor and play. I know.
Yeah. I did manage to take my laptop in there, and I just kind of work a little bit on my laptop. So it was nice that I got to do that. It's a little teaching lesson for her too. Not every time we're in there or around her, it's going to be a play moment. So trying to teach her boundaries too.
Mine doesn't look like mountains.
What does it look like? Do you want to show us?
Stripes of color.
Ah.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems they do look like, I think they look like mountains, that's for sure. But I think you and I had the same problem. Like you had the same problem that I had, where it was more like a stripe, a section.
Yeah.
So if you can find a way to maybe space out each color within another color. So like for me, I had to go in there and add more orange and put a little more orange into the yellow, and put a little bit more orange into the dark pink. Just sort of disperse them. Start with little dots that are spaced out apart, and then see how much more you need to add. Hope that made sense. Oh, here's something I'm proud of for this week. So my doctor told me that I need to exercise more. So I've been taking it more seriously, and I have been hiking a little bit more
Oh,
during
wow.
during the cooler parts of the day, like the morning or like at night. Since it's like over 100 degrees here. Yeah, very, very gross. But I did it, and we have a pool because we live in an apartment complex. So I've been swimming a little bit more often.
Awesome.
So that's been nice.
Do you have your cooling devices, your MS cooling vest and hat?
I have plenty of hats. I have plenty of like the free ones that they give you at like the MS walks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and those are pretty nice. I actually really like those.
Yeah.
So I have plenty of those, but I don't have the ones from MS Focus or MSAA.
Yeah,
Which
they were
I
just doing that giveaway
Mm.
with a cooling device like hat and, you know, things
Yeah,
for around your neck and stuff. I
yeah.
missed it. I missed the deadline.
Yeah, I
It's time for me to re-up. You know, you have to wait so many years before you can order again. And
Yeah.
July 7th was my day to try again, and I forgot I need to do that.
Oh, July 7th. Oh man. Oh.
My phone. Those handy dandy tools, right? We need. Like, that's my deadline.
Oh man. You're not the only one though. My MS brain, okay, I thought that okay, so here's what happened. I think for MSAA, I had started the application for it at some point. I think twice actually. This year and last year. I'd started the application for it, didn't finish it, and somebody from the MSAA had asked me just randomly if I'd gotten some of my stuff from them, and I went, yeah, I did, yeah. And little did I realize, hold on a second, I don't have my stuff from them. I think I was thinking of what is it, those there were some not free ones from Cold Tech, I think. I think I'd gotten some from them, and I think that's what I was thinking of. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I do have the Cold Tech ice towels, but those weren't free.
Okay. Do you all go to a lot of the MS events where, you know, you get the food and the 3-course meals and everything?
I used to before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't really have them anymore, do they?
Here in Maryland, they do. They've started doing them again. Not as not as many as they used to have, but
Yeah, a lot of ours are down south of me, like a good 45 minutes to an hour south. And yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not as many as they used to have.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that in 2020 and 2021 they didn't have any, at least for Ocrevus. I don't know about other medications, but they've got a few here and there now.
Do you like Ocrevus?
Yeah, it does work really well for me. I do like it.
I'm getting ready to start Vermerity, I think it's called.
Vermerity. Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Well, they're shipping it to me. I should get it Wednesday. So
wow.
Start it probably Thursday. So
yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
that an oral medication?
I'm sorry.
Is that an oral medication?
Yeah,
pill?
it's a pill. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's
Cool.
pretty similar to Tecfidera a little bit. I think it's pretty similar, but I guess it doesn't have the stomach issues as much as Tecfidera, I guess. So
That's nice.
yeah, I've been up until then, I still been doing the interferons like beta suron and all those. So the older medicines. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So this is your first of the newer
Yeah.
medications?
yeah, it's nice not having to
Oh.
do shots. Yeah. So I don't have to do shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go
Yeah.
in monthly for an infusion, and it's just, I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 years. It's getting really old
Hmm.
every month.
Is it Tysabri?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it works. So
Yeah. I don't know if it works for you.
Yeah, there's so many medicines now for it.
Mhm.
When I was diagnosed, there was only 4 medicines for MS.
Yeah.
They refer to them as the crab medicine.
The crab medicine.
Yeah, because it was Copaxone, Rebif, Avonex, and Betaseron.
Right.
That makes
Wow.
sense.
Called it the crabs. Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that. I love
Yeah.
that.
They used to call them crabs. Yeah.
Nice. No, I was actually just telling someone the other day, that because he was asking me about what MS is, and because he didn't know, of course, so I'm trying to tell him. And I was telling him that we actually live in a really great time period. At least I think it's a great time period to be diagnosed and have
Yeah.
MS, because there's so many options now.
Yeah, it was funny when I was initially diagnosed, and when I switched neurologists and went to the neurologist I have now,
Mm-hmm.
he told me, he goes, "Oh, don't get discouraged." He goes, today is the great day to have MS." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "That came out wrong." He just meant there's so many like
Yeah.
developments, and there's going to be more medicine. But yeah, he goes, "Today's a great day to have MS." And like, I'm sorry, that came out wrong.
He sounds really funny.
Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, "Oh no." Yeah.
I don't think he's wrong though. He's not wrong at all.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I was laughing. I knew what he meant, but I was cracking up because he's like, "Wait, that came out wrong."
That is funny. And I'm pretty sure the neurologist that diagnosed me, I'm pretty sure that's what she said too. Not in a funny way like that, but
Yeah.
very similarly.
Yeah. But it is though. I mean, considering how many medicines there are now, and
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like Ocrevus just because it's literally 2 times a year, and that's it. So for me, it's pretty nice to not have to think about it.
how long do the infusions take about?
It's shorter now for me. Like
Oh yeah, 'cause they have that rapid thing now. Yeah.
I think I was in and out of there in 4 hours actually.
Oh, wow.
They did have to slow me down a little bit last time I got it in May, but 4 hours is still a lot better than 6 or 10 hours, which was my experience in the past.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I've definitely gotten more used to it. Yeah, I'm
Catch
pretty
up on
sure.
reading or your TV or
I slept.
oh, you sleep?
like literally the whole time. I
Oh, wow.
was just, because Benadryl, like they always have to give us Benadryl, and so I'm just wiped out the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's how I would be. I think give me
Yeah.
Benadryl, I'd be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave me they always give me Benadryl, and they always give me Solumedrol.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Forgot. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I always bring snacks too.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I did stay awake long enough just to eat something, but that was about it.
They don't give you snacks there?
No, they don't. They've out of all the infusion centers I've been to, I've only been to one infusion center that gives me snacks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
mine because they give you a warm blanket,
Oh,
bottled water, snacks, whatever you
nice.
want. So I don't
It's so
mind going
nice.
once a month.
See, that sounds nice. Normally, honestly, I went to a new infusion center in May, and normally when I go to these places, if I ask for a blanket, they'll give me a blanket. They always have a blanket. But this time, this time at this new infusion center, they were like, well, I'll give you a pillow, but next time bring your own blanket.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
serious?
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I did like the infusion center itself, but that kind of put me off a little bit.
Yeah, that is kind
It's
of.
like, I just want a blanket, guys.
Even at the MRI place, they give you a blanket, or they give me a
Yeah,
blanket. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. They give me a blanket too.
Yeah.
Not this time.
That's crazy.
You think it was the technician or maybe COVID related or something? Or
It was probably COVID related. Yeah, because I had heard so many good things about this infusion center
Mhm.
from a lot of different people. So it was honestly probably COVID, but still, I know.
Yeah, that is weird.
I get cold so easily. That's okay. I have I don't know how many Doctor Who fans there are, but I have a Doctor Who blanket that I'm more than happy to take to the infusion center. How are you guys doing with your picture?
So far, so good.
It's coming.
It's coming, yeah.
It's coming.
Would anyone like to share? Oh, Sharon, were you able to fix your spots?
No, I'm done.
No. Well, I would still love to spotlight it real quick. Here we go. Oh, that's
It looks
green. I was
good.
wondering what that is. I
Oh.
love that. No, I love it. I think you did good. Who else would like to share? If you're still working, don't you worry about it. You keep going. In the meantime, I am actually going to let me add a little bit of peachy pink to mine because I decided I want to add some pink to mine. And then I'll show you not only next week's class, but the week after that. The last week in July, we will be doing an acrylic painting. So I wanted to give you guys plenty of heads up in case you wanted or needed to go and buy some acrylic paints. So it'll be an exercise in layering some paints.
Cool.
So that's not next class. That's class after next in 2 weeks.
So what colors do we need? Like the primary colors and
Honestly, it's here, let me show it to you. It's more of an abstract painting because I wanted to start us off slow. Sort of get used to the colors and how to apply acrylic paint. I'm looking for the picture. Here we go. It's got a little bit of a glare on the picture. So it's a little bit light on one end, but you'll be able to get the gist of it. Okay, let me start first with next week's class. So next week, I wanted to do something more fun, like a very, here it is. Can you guys see that?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Whoops.
Lemonade.
Lemonade. Yeah.
Yeah, lemonade. I was like, we got to do something tropical.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do something tropical, so that's pretty tropical enough,
Yeah.
I think. And they're slices, so you can turn them into oranges or grapefruit if you want to, if you have the colors. Using the same technique, you just change the color. That's it.
Cute.
So that's that. That's for next week. The 18th, July 18th. And then for the 21st, it's this one. This one is the acrylic painting. So there we go. Can y'all see that?
Cool. That was cool.
Yay. So
Right.
it's very atmospheric. The colors really just depend on you. And you guys are familiar with my issue is where I can't narrow down the colors. So if you want to choose perhaps 4, maybe 5 colors, we'd be able to mix. And I'm going to be able to show you how to mix different colors together. I'll have a color wheel. I know I made a color wheel a while back and I just need to find it again. So look at the color wheel and we can mix colors from there. You'll need a flat brush, which I have an example somewhere to show you. A flat brush. Walmart has some really great sets for really good prices, but really you can find sets anywhere. So here's an example of a flat brush. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. My bad. Stop share. Here we go. There we go. Here's an example of a flat brush. So pretty straightforward to use a flat brush. You don't need any other brushes unless you want to use other brushes. And in fact, you do have the option to use a little palette knife. So here's the painting. And you can see the difference between a palette knife, which is this right here. It's very, the colors sort of come apart. And then with a brush, there's what the brush marks look like. So they're more, they make the colors blend more. Whereas the palette knife, it makes the colors sit right on top. It's very textural, but this one also textural, but it does make it blend some more. So that's the difference.
And you do that on a canvas?
Yes, I did do a canvas, but if you want to use a canvas board or even a paper, you can use paper too, just to, wet your feet, dip your toes into it. That's the phrase I was looking for. A canvas board, let me show you what that looks like. It's these thin pieces. Here we go. So it's very thin, like literally like that. They're pretty, they're cheap, but you can find some pretty nice ones out there, or you can find cheap ones. So this is canvas board or canvas panel. It's also called canvas panel. Either one works. Or canvas or paper. So I don't want you guys to feel like you need to go out there and spend a lot of money. You can find cheaper paints that range in price from anywhere from 50 cents to $1. So don't splurge. You don't have to splurge. So anywhere from, honestly, if you just wanted to get like the basic colors, literally just yellow, pink or red and blue. These are the basic primary colors. And white paint. White paint is pretty important. I would put white paint pretty high on the list. Then I can show you how to make the basic colors. So I would say maybe the most important color there is probably white, because you can tone down your colors and do all sorts of things. Same thing with black too, but black's a little harder to work with. But anyway, that is for the 25th. Yeah.
I just bought this thing. It's better paper, and it's for mixed media. I'm sure I could use it because the paper is actually thicker, a lot thicker.
Yeah, I love mixed media paper. Like, in fact, that's usually the only thing I buy. Not always, but it's usually the only thing I buy. It's a mixed media paper.
This one's a pretty good, like, it's medium grain, you know, like it's definitely a lot thicker than what I have been using in the other class. So and this was only like, I don't know, $10, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap too, especially at Walmart too. So yeah, I think I've gotten mixed media pads for like $12 over there, and Amazon, sometimes you can find them for cheap, sometimes not. Yeah. Yeah, Michael's. Yeah, you could like use your coupon for sure.
Right.
I always tend to gravitate towards Apple Barrel, but honestly, anything that says acrylic paint on it, either matte or glossy, it doesn't really matter. It's really just your preference, really. So even if it says acrylic craft paint, that's totally fine too. So, I mean, if you want to go out there and, you know, get the higher end sets of acrylic paints, you can do that too. Like those colors are going to be more brilliant and more bright, but the ones that you can find for like 50 cents to $1, like those are really good too. So it's good for the basics. Y'all have any questions?
Sounds like that might have to be more than an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask Casey how she feels about us doing like a special class where I can like go over a much longer lesson with you guys.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Like a special class every once in a while, because this one right here is an acrylic painting that I did with
Ooh, pretty.
and that one actually went a little over an hour and a half, but people had fun, so it was a good class. So yeah, I'll ask Casey how she feels about that. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this since I'm with MS Focus, but it's free, so why not? I'm actually teaching another organization, art classes with a different organization too, in which we received a grant to give free art supplies. And that's with ANCAN. So I'm going to spell it in the chat. That's ANCAN. ANCAN Foundation. If I can find the chat, that would be great. Why can't I find the chat?
What does it stand for?
Cancer.
Yeah, it's Answer Cancer Foundation.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be called Answer Cancer Foundation, but they're not exclusively a cancer organization. They do have a multiple sclerosis support group, and anyone is welcome to join. Well, anyone, of course, with MS, of course, anyone with MS is welcome to join. It's all completely virtual. But for this one, we just got a grant pretty recently, and we have 3 more classes, but the July class is full, unfortunately. It like went like that. So I didn't get a chance to tell you guys about it. But the August class, we can do that. So you guys can sign up for that if you want. I'm gonna look for the website. I think MS Foundation, like maybe they like endorses it or something. I think that's what somebody told me. Here is a link for it. So this is a link to their blog. However, it's a blog post about the July class, which, like I mentioned, is full, but there's a link right there to be put on the wait list for the August class. So I don't remember where it is exactly, but it's there. So you guys are more than welcome to sign up because, like I said, it's free. And we send supplies to you. So because of that grant, we can send supplies to your house. So yeah, click on that link and take a look at it later.
Okay.
Cool, you guys. Would anyone like to show their work before we go? There we go. Okay, Susie, I'm gonna put you up here. There we go. There we go. I love that. I love the front hills.
Oh,
And the color you put in the middle too. That's really pretty. It really looks like the colors and the sky are radiating outward.
oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I like
Very
doing
cool.
these.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're fun. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you. Who's next? Tony, let me put you up there. Awesome.
Wow, you did a
Wow.
big
Oh, I
one.
like yours.
I am impressed with that. You did a big one. I love
Wow.
it.
Yeah, yeah, use the plate. The dinner plate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. I can't tell what color those middle mountains are.
A little bit of blue and purple and
Oh, okay.
then these I added in some green.
Okay, the green. I love the addition of the green.
I think behind the mountains, to me, it looks like like a big moon.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's like a big moon. It's cool though. I like that. It's really cool.
Nice.
I like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anyone else?
You could see it.
Oh, here we go, Judy. There you are.
That's good.
There we go.
Wow.
A lot of color.
Yeah, it's good.
Something's
Very
wrong.
nice.
I don't. There's something wrong in the middle. Like I think the other whoever said like it kind of the sky blends with the mountains. That back mountain. What should I have done with that?
The mountain that's right butting up against your sky. Is that?
Yeah. Does it look
Really?
like like a division there? I don't know. Like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see a division.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
that's for sure.
maybe it's the mountain shape.
If that's you can fix that if you wanted to like alter the shape a little bit.
I've been trying to, and I'm making it worse.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh well.
Marianne, would you like to share? Okay, I'm gonna put
That's
you up.
mine.
Well, there you go. Oh, yay, you even outlined it. There we go. It really looks like I
That's
can
good.
see like tall mountains right up
Yeah.
on those ridges. Or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, tall trees up on those ridges.
Oh, it was
Very
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks.
cool. And you worked pretty big too.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's more than I can handle, more space than I can handle. Super cool, you guys. So happy seeing you. It always makes me really happy having this class. So
Me too.
yeah, this is really good. So you guys take care. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see y'all next week.